Your system is always listening and responding to information. And an affirmation is information. And the signals you give it, they matter. I believe music can act as a powerful carrier, helping us introduce new information, new patterns, new expectations into our system. Hey friends, it's Dr. Rich, and today we're diving into a research paper that could challenge how you think about intelligence. What if intelligence isn't something that only lives in your brain? What if your entire body, even your cells, are already thinking, deciding, and solving problems? A new scientific paper just came out that explores this exact idea. It's a paper called Cognition all the way down 2.0, published in 2025 by Professor Michael Levin from Tufts University. The link's in the description. So let me break it down for you, and later I'll share how this connects to what we're building at Affirmuse. Regeneration of a planarian worm. This one's wild. Planaria are tiny flatworms, really tiny. And here's what makes them special. If you cut one of them in half, it can grow back its missing parts. Even the head, yes, you heard it right. If you cut off its head, it grows a new one. And not just a blob, no, a fully working head with brain tissue, eye spots, everything. And now here's where it gets even crazier. Scientists gave these worms a chemical called barium, which normally blocks their ability to regenerate. Under normal conditions, they wouldn't be able to grow back a head after that. But the worms adapted. They changed their biology. They somehow picked the right combination out of 130,000 genes they have and still managed to regenerate a fully functional head. That's not just impressive, it's efficient. The researchers calculated, compared to random trial and error, that solution was 10 sextillion times more efficient. Let me say that again, 10 sextillion times. That's a 1 with 22 zeros. That's not an opinion, that's the math based on the researchers' calculations. But here's the part that really blows my mind. Even after they lose, not the researchers, the worms, even after they lose their head and with it the brain, they still manage to grow it back correctly and with precision. And that means the information is not stored in the brain itself. It must be stored somewhere else. That's powerful, and to me that clearly shows that something deeper is going on, some kind of intelligence. The authors argue that cognition, in a very broad, biological grounded sense, can be understood as the ability of a system to adaptively traverse problem spaces toward a goal efficiently. They call this a scale-free view of intelligence, meaning intelligence can exist at many levels, not just human brains, but also in cells, in tissues, in molecular networks. And their approach doesn't depend on neurons. It depends on measurable problem-solving behavior. Again, they are not saying these systems are conscious. In fact, they explicitly avoid claims about consciousness. They are focused on problem-solving ability, something they see even in simple life forms. My interpretation. Why this matters. Now, I want to be clear. Everything I've said so far comes directly from the paper. What follows is my personal interpretation, my way of connecting these ideas to mindset, music, and what we are building at Affirmuse. So, if your cells and tissues are already navigating complex environments, if your biology is already adapting and solving problems all the time, then maybe we've been thinking about intelligence way too narrowly. Maybe your subconscious mind, your inner biology, is actually smarter than you realize. Maybe changing your internal patterns, the words you hear, the beliefs you repeat, can give your system better path to follow. And that's not what the paper claims, but to me, it raises the possibility. This is where Affirmuse comes in. We are trying to speak directly to the pattern-solving system that lives in your subconscious, and maybe even deeper within your natural system. Our affirmation songs deliver rhythmic, emotionally resonant messages, not just to make you feel good, but to help you engage and potentially optimize your internal problem solver. Now, the scientists didn't talk about music, but I believe music can act as a powerful carrier, helping us introduce new information, new patterns, new expectations into our system. And if our system is as adaptable and intelligent as this paper suggests, then your body might just respond. So what do we do with this? First, be amazed. Your body and your cells are doing far more than you know. They are solving problems, they are adapting, and they might be doing it with incredible intelligence. Second, be intentional. If your system responds to information and patterns, then feed it better words and patterns. Patterns like, I am free, my body is strong, I'm worthy, I achieve all my goals. If that sounds abstract, just listen to our tracks and you'll feel it. So, here's the bottom line from me, not a scientist. Intelligence might not be limited to your brain. It might live in your entire system. It responds to patterns and information. And your mindset can evolve. One belief, one intention, one affirmation at a time. That's what we believe at Affirmuse. If you're curious to explore more, feel free to dive into our YouTube channel or affirmuse.com and just stream a few tracks and let the words and rhythms sink in and notice what shifts. Because your system is always listening and responding to information. And an affirmation is information. And the signals you give it, they matter. This is Dr. Rich, and as always, listen and grow every day.